So here we go. First thing, please don't write anything down. I want to show you why law of sines doesn't cut it here. All right, won't cut it. T over, what should I put it over? Sine of 120, right? That's what we would have done yesterday. Go ahead, pick another side for me, I know. Pick another side. 11. Problem? You see the problem? There's no angle across, and I'm not going to find it. I could also put a 12 here. Does that even matter if I put the 12 instead? I don't even know the angle across. So you see how now law of sines, pretty useless to me. Pretty useless. Okay, so I just can't use law of sines for everything, unfortunately. So that's why I'm going to introduce this next law today and the final law that I'll give you with law of sines, and that's called law of cosines. All right, law of cosines. And it is a lot more involved than the law of sines. It's not that user-friendly, unfortunately. So a squared, let's just get it down here first, and I'll describe what each part means. A squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine a. As you can see, it just looks more involved, right, than law of sines. All right, what is each piece? Let me go over first what each piece means, and then we can apply it to triangle RST. A, B, and C are all sides. Not side A, though. This doesn't mean plug in side A. Because look, are all triangles ABC? No. No. So do not just start getting in this mode, oh, that's side A, B, and C. No. Know what each piece represents. This side right here. This side will be the side across from the given angle. Okay, you will always be given an angle in a triangle. You plug in the side across from it for A. Find the angle in the triangle that you're given. Look across from it. That's the side I plug in. How many sides in every triangle? Real quick. 3. I already used up one of the sides, so B and C are the other two sides. The order doesn't matter. Other two sides. Minus 2 times BC. Same sides I plugged here. B and C represent the same things. All right, so still the two sides. And then finally, A. Notice how I put capital A? So that stands for the angle that's given. That's the given angle I put there. Given angle. Let's apply it right now. Let's apply it. Side across from the given angle. What angle did I give you in this problem? 7. What angle did I give you in this problem? 120. Name the side across from it. Everyone ready? T squared. You put the side across from the given angle. We're all good. Equals the other two sides. Name me the other two sides, please. 7. 11 squared plus 12 squared. The order does not matter. You could have put 12 and 11. That's fine. Minus 2 B and C. Same things we put here. 11 and 12. The finale, cosine of my angle. What was the angle in the problem again? 9? 120. So look, before I show you how to calculate it, look at everything we plugged in. Side across from the angle was T. Other two sides, 11 and 12. My angle, 120. Calculating it. You can do all of this in one step in your calculator. I prefer you don't do it piece by piece. Take your calculator right now, 11 squared, just type it all in as it's written on your paper right now. And we should all get this, hopefully, the same number out. Please make sure you're using the subtraction button, not the negative button. Let's see if we can all get it on our own. Are we all getting out? And tell me if you're not, so I can do it with you. 397. 397. Everybody, tell me, let's get this calculator thing fixed now. Because this isn't the only time you're going to put it all in at once. Questions? Anybody? Calculator? Need a little calculator push? You're right over there? Everybody else? Is 397 my side length though?
No.
That's equal to t squared. Still got to use some algebra here and do what at the end? Square root both sides and round to whatever it asks me to. Nearest integer, same thing as nearest whole number. Let me know. 20. Welcome to the law of cosines here. We got to do more with it. Anything here? We're all good on your calculators? All right, let's keep moving. More uses of law of cosine. You got a little something different than the first problem, right? A little different than the first problem. They actually give me what cosine, they don't give me the degree measure of B, but they give me cosine B. So we'll have to talk about how that gets involved in the formula here. So let me just jot down again, law of cosines from the top of your page. I'll keep stressing it. A does not mean side A. B does not mean side B. Know what each part means. First question, what angle do you know information about? What angle up here do you already know some info about? 9? Angle B. So now, Romeo, tell me the side across from angle B is? Hopefully I didn't blow some minds there while I'm putting B squared there. The side across from the angle you're working with. Romeo said you have information about angle B. Yes, I do. Look across. That's the first thing I put in law of cosines. Equal to, what's your other two sides? 14, other two sides? No 14? 6 squared plus 4 squared minus 2 times 6 times 4. Everyone focus in now. What should I be putting next? I am not going to put cosine of 1/16. Is 1/16 the angle measure? No, that's the actual cosine value. I already know. Hey, look, this right here is already equal to what? 1/16. I know the value already. They're telling me, hey, the cosine is 1/16. When's the only time I need to put cosine with it? When I'm given an angle measure. Look right now at numbers 1 and 2 and see the difference. Why I put cosine of 120 and I didn't put cosine 1/16. All right, I know the value of cosine, so I just plugged it in. There's no reason to put cosine with it. And then most of you guys, yes, we can do this all in one step in our calculator. So I'll let you do that, and I'll ask somebody what we get B squared equal to. What's b squared value, like the number in your calculator right now? 12?
49.
Good job, 49. Then go ahead, square root. Side b is 7. Yes, Via, go ahead.
Why don't we put the cosine next to the 160?
Okay. Look, in the formula it says you need to put the cosine of the angle. I know that value. It's telling me it's 116. Versus number 1, see how they gave me the angle's 120. So here should have been whatever the cosine of 120 is, whatever that number is. Now, do you see in number 2, they're telling me what it's already equal to. So to put it simply for you, if you're given the angle, you put cosine with it.
Oh, cosine B.
All right?
Okay.
If you're given the angle, put the cosine with it. If not, leave it off. Good?
Okay.
How's everyone feeling about this? Because now here's what I want to change. We're not going to solve for the left side anymore. We're going to solve for something in the right side now. So see some of you guys are, go ahead, set up triangle ABC for me. A is 5, B is 7, C is 10. Find cosine B. Find cosine of B. Now look at the formula. This is what we're going to be solving for now. What is the cosine of your angle equal to? That's what we're going to be solving for. So without me saying anything, what do you think I'm going to plug in for the left side? Think about the angle involved in the problem and look across from it. 6.
7.
Why 7?
Because it's across from B.
We're finding cosine of B. Look across. I'm starting this off with 7 squared, everybody. Equal to other two sides. 2 other two sides.
10 and 5.
10 squared plus 5 squared minus 2 times 10 times 5. Now watch. Cosine B. You can put it, if you put an X there, that's fine with me too. All right, you can't just do this all in one step in your calculator anymore. Right? You can't do that because you're looking for cosine B. Let's at least clean up the squareds for me. Can we square all these numbers and talk? 49, 100, 25, minus, and then you got what? 2 times 10 times 5? Oh boy. I'm going to need to calc on that, huh? 100 cosine B. All right, a common mistake is about to happen. So let's stop it right now. Let me ask you this right now. Oh, I got a simple algebra question for everyone. Simple algebra question. If I put this up on the board, can you combine all 3 of those I just wrote up there? Everyone's shaking their head no. Then guess what? You can't combine all 3 of these. This is just like having a variable there. You cannot do 100 plus 25 minus 100. Can't do it here. You can't do it here. But you can combine which ones up here, though? You can combine 2 of them, though. Which ones? The first 125, yes. Okay, but not all 3. So no go on all 3. So that's where I'm at right now. 125 minus 100 cosine B. Remember what we're solving for. I need to get this by itself. How many algebra studs in the house? How do I get cosine B by itself? What would be your next move to move stuff out of the right side over to the left? Remember, this is your variable. You need to get it by itself. Got a suggestion, Romeo?
So you get like 129 and move it over, and then take the negative 100 cosine B and move it over, so that you have 76 equal to
Okay.
cosine B.
Can I do that without? I'd like to keep this right where it is and move everything else out of there.
So you can just
You're fine where you are, but I always like to keep this where it is and move everything else over. 125. How do I get it over? Okay, go. Subtract 125. You get negative 76 equals, what am I still left with on the right side? Good, don't drop the negative sign. Negative 100
cosine B.
cosine B, and remember what we're solving for, cosine B, not by 100. If I divide by 100, I wouldn't have cosine B alone. I'd have a negative there too.
Sorry, negative 100.
So everyone divide both sides by negative 100. And what do we end up with? Point. Is that 0.76? Anybody leave it as a fraction? Because that's fine too. If you left it as a fraction. That's what cosine B is equal to. I got a challenge question because they tell me I teach above average students in here. Any questions on how we got to cosine B? Ready for a challenge question? So we did all this work. We got the cosine of angle B is 0.76. What would be your next move if I said, okay, if that's true, how many degrees are in angle B? What's your next move? This is nothing brand new at all. I want you to go back some old stuff here. If I said you got to this point that the cosine of B was 0.76. Okay, well, how many degrees are in angle B? Molly, go ahead. Close. You're just using too many vocab words and trying to impress everyone. It's fine. Inverse. You take, remember, doing cosine to the negative 1, 0.76, and that would give you angle B. Okay? I ask you that because that's exactly what I'm going to do on the next problem now, is actually ask you what the angle is. Okay, so let's go to the next one. We got isosceles triangle red. Find vertex angle E now. So now we're going to use law of cosines to find the angle. Same procedure we just did. Get the cosine of E all by itself. So there's my law of cosines. All right, left side. What side length is going in for the left side? 18. What side should I put there? 5, 5, or 8? 8. Good, because it's across from E. 8 squared. What's your B and C values here? 11.
It's 25.
Oh, easy. Okay, showing off that we can do math. Yep. 5 squared and 5 squared. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. Minus 2 times 5 times 5. And I'll throw in cosine E here. All right, hey, go. You cannot figure out what the angle is unless you know what the cosine is. So get cosine E all by itself. Can you do it? Remember, you cannot combine all 3 on the right side. The first 2 you can, though. Come on, dig deep. Don't subtract the 50s. You're better than that. You're going to get 0. Then where are you going to go? Subtract 50 over. One of them over here. Come on. We got this.
Then you divide both sides by -50.
Yep, make sure it's a negative 50.
So that should
Is that 14? Yes, divide both sides by negative 50. Let's see, cosine E. What's this one? Negative 0.28? Anybody get to that point? Negative 0.28.
So we'll be able to function the 1
And then we just talked, if you're going to find an angle, you take the inverse. Inverse cosine, negative 0.28. Take your time, everybody. Take your time. Whenever you get there, let me know what angle E should be to the nearest degree. Take your time. 2, when you take your time. 106 degrees. Good work. Before we go on to the next one, I just want to be clear with something here with me before I let you go. When you use law of cosines, I will only ask for 3 things. The side across from the angle, the cosine of the angle, or what we just did, I'll ask you for the angle. I will never ask for B or C. So please always have something plugged in there. So I'm either going to ask for 1, the side across from the angle, 2, the cosine of the angle, or 3, like we just did here, what is the angle? You're doing 5 in your groups. I'm going to post the answer to it right now up here. Once you're done, take a look at my final answer. If it matches, go on to the homework. If it doesn't, call me over. All right. Triangle. It's going to form a triangle. Looks like AWB. And then tomorrow it's all practice. I'm gonna just give you a triangle with some information, and you guys got it in your group figure out, hey, should I be using law of sines or cosines here? So all practice. And we are officially done with the unit right now. This is our last topic. Even though our test is 2 weeks from tomorrow.
I hate using this tablet.
All right, guys, have a good day. Be here.
And not only that, all of the extras that he in this budget class. All of your little A's.
Thank you, but next day soon.